Our psalm this week is Psalm 97. It's a short psalm, and it is a psalm that declares the glory of God and reminds his people to rejoice in him and to live in his righteousness and to rejoice in the Lord and to hate evil. So we'll look at together in this psalm. Really, in the first half of this psalm, it talks about how God reigns and how he is mighty and awesome and how we are to rejoice in him. And the last few verses reminds us to live in the Lord's righteousness, rejoice in the Lord, to hate evil, to know that God will save those who do good. So let's look at this psalm together, beginning in verse 1. It starts out declaring, the Lord reigns. The Lord reigns. So let the earth rejoice. Let the multitude of isles or the coastlands be glad. Clouds and darkness surround him. Righteousness and justice are the foundation of his throne. A fire goes before him and burns up his enemies round about. His lightnings light the world. The earth sees and trembles. The mountains melt like wax at the presence of the Lord, at the presence of the Lord of the whole earth. The heavens declare his righteousness, and all the peoples see his glory. Let all be put to shame who serve carved images, who boast of idols. Worship him, all you gods. Zion hears and is glad, and the daughters of Judah rejoice because of your judgments, O Lord. For you, Lord, are most high above all the earth. You are exalted far above all gods. These first 9 verses of Psalm 97 declare the power, the awesomeness, the glory of God. The Lord reigns. He alone is God. That there are no other gods. There are no idols that are truly gods. There is no God but God Almighty, Jehovah Yahweh. And he has all power. He has all glory. The earth and the heavens declare his glory and tremble before him. Well, what does that mean for us? What does it mean for us as God's people? What does the psalmist then remind us of based on the awesomeness of God and that the Lord reigns? He says, verse 10, you who love the Lord, hate evil. You who love the Lord, hate evil. For he preserves the souls of his saints. He delivers them out of the hand of the wicked. Light is sown for the righteous, and gladness for the upright in heart. Rejoice in the Lord, you righteous, and give thanks at the remembrance of his holy name. The psalmist reminds us to rejoice in the righteousness of God and to live in his righteousness, by his righteousness. Because if we will live righteously, if we will be righteous as God is righteous, then we can rejoice in him. We have hope in him. He delivers us. He saves us. He gives us gladness and light and life. And so we are reminded to love God, to hate evil, to do good. And in doing good and knowing that the Lord is good, knowing that the Lord is pleased, we can rejoice in him. Rejoice in the Lord, you righteous, and give thanks at the remembrance of his holy name. You who love the Lord, hate evil. The Lord reigns. And knowing that he reigns and knowing that he will judge the earth, he will judge the wicked, and that there is hope for the righteous, then we need to live for God each day. Today, tomorrow, every day, we need to remember to live for God Almighty and to rejoice in him. God bless.